Hello everyone on the internet, this is Chris McKee from Alamo Music. We are online at alamomusic.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously YouTube, as well as every other social media you can probably think of. So look us up, check us out, come to see us, give us a call, send us a tweet, email, and comment on this video. This is a special video. We've got a beautiful Taylor guitar to show you today. This is a PS14CE. That's from the Presentation series. It's a Grand Auditorium Cutaway Electric. That's what all of that means. And this is a new for 2015 with Macassar Ebony back and sides, which we'll get to in just a minute. So look at some of the specs of this guitar. First of all, this is basically the top of Taylor's range. This is as high as they go in their production series. It's got all of the bells and whistles. It's a phenomenal guitar. It is a 1 3/4 inch nut. It's got the typical 25-inch scale. It's beautiful bone nut saddle. It's got this gorgeous abalone nouveau inlay, abalone bordered top, abalone fretboard extension, abalone rosette, abalone purfling up the sides of the neck, abalone around the headstock, and it's also got abalone around the purfling on the back and sides as well. Here's the new tone wood. This is new for 2015. It's Macassar Ebony. Prior to Macassar Ebony, all of these were Coco Bolo. Prior to that, they were Brazilian rosewood. And prior to that, I think they were Koa back in the early 2000s. So Taylor has at times changed the tone wood for the Presentation series to be in line with the most exotic, beautiful tone woods that are available. And this is actually one of my favorites. It's increasing in popularity. I had a guitar made with it last year. It has what we call the badunk-dunk. It's got a really nice low-end tone to it, a really strong fundamental, particularly on the low E string. If you drop tune to a low D or like a drop D, you'll hear what I'm talking about. We're going to do a little bit of that in the video, but I really like this tone wood a lot. It's an exotic ebony species that comes from Indonesia, and Taylor's had it available for a while. They did a limited edition version of these with redwood tops back in 2013, a combination that Bob loves, that he actually owns one of. So I'm really glad that they have switched from the Coco Bolo to this year. This is a fantastic tone wood. And one of the nice things about it, I have the opinion, and a lot of other people do too, that this is a really good replacement or stand-in, if you will, for Brazilian rosewood. It has a lot of similar characteristics to Brazilian rosewood, but beautiful grain. You typically see a lot of this kind of stripy variation that's available in this tone wood. I like stripy guitars. It turns out a lot of people do too. And one of the unique aspects about this, and hopefully this will come out in the video, is this is one of those tone woods that uniquely responds to the playing style of the individual. So if I dig into it, it responds to that. If I play lightly, it responds to that. If I play with a hard attack or a soft attack or whatnot, it seems to respond as I change my attack, as I change how close I'm playing to the bridge and so forth. The tonality of the wood seems to correspond really well. So I like this. We've got the Goto 510 tuners on this, and that is absolutely one of my favorite. It is the best tuner on the market. I think it's very cool. It's very modern looking. I love kind of the butter bean buttons, if you will, but it's a really high ratio, so it keeps your guitar in fantastic tuning. We cannot go without talking about this armrest. Now, in our recent video on the Taylor 900 series, we talked about the fact that Taylor has added that this armrest to that series for the first time. Prior to that, the Presentation or their custom program is the only way you could get one of these. In their recent issue Wood and Steel magazine, they have a little write-up about this armrest, and it shows step by step in detail how these are made, and it's completely by hand. Now, this is one of the nicest features. It's not for everybody from an aesthetic standpoint, but I guarantee you, if you ever sit down with a guitar that has one of these and you place your arm over it, you will very quickly realize the benefit of it. Leo Fender had it right all those years ago when he made a Strat with an armrest on it, you know, dissimilar from what the Telecaster had. It's comfortable. And for an acoustic guitar, it keeps your arm off the top, which allows it to resonate that much more. So, huge fan of the armrest bevel. And for this guitar, it really adds to the overall aesthetic. I mean, this is a really nice guitar. The tone woods that go into this are the very best. Like I said, this is the top of Taylor's line. So as they grade their tone woods, the very best Sitka spruce tops that come into the factory get set aside for the Presentation Series guitars, which are built one at a time as they are ordered. So this is the very best Sitka spruce top that you can get from Taylor today. I recently had the opportunity to watch a documentary, which I would readily encourage any guitar lover to watch, called Music Wood. And it shows where this beautiful wood comes from up in the Tongass Forest, National Forest in Alaska, and the efforts from Taylor and other music manufacturers to preserve that forest so that we have this wood for many, many, many generations to come. The overall preservation of that forest is a big question mark, but the fact that such care is taken and such appreciation in where this wood comes from, how old it is, and how rare it is, really makes me appreciate the guitars I have and the one that's sitting in my lap that much more. The last thing I want to tell you guys about this guitar is that it's expensive. It's a very expensive guitar, in keeping with exactly what it is, the very best Taylor that the company can produce. Now, I recently had a chance to watch a video from the guys over at Anderton's, Rob and Lee. Shout out to them. They make great videos. And they were talking about the aspect of guitars and prices with some Gibson historic Les Pauls. And they are expensive guitars. But as Lee was trying to articulate, you know, not everyone can afford one of these guitars. Some people can, some people aspire to, and some will get close but never get there. Some people wonder, why are we completely out of our mind for any of us guitar players spending any thousands of dollars when there's guitars that cost $500? And I want to tell you that there's a reason. And that reason is because there is a unique connection that a musician has with their instrument. Now, you're probably watching this video because you're a guitar player, so you completely understand what I mean. There's a unique connection that we have, and you know, if there's one thing that I've never been shy of doing, is spending money on something that I use on a regular basis and something that I know that I will appreciate for years to come. We so often will drop thousands or tens of thousands of dollars on a vehicle we won't keep more than 5 years. We'll drop several $1,000s on the latest MacBook that Apple happens to come out with, knowing that we'll probably upgrade that in 3. And yet some people don't understand why an investment in a fantastic heirloom quality instrument of like this guitar can be made. And I'm going to tell you, it's simply because you can't buy a better Taylor. And if this resonates with you and you have the money and the means to do it, you should buy this guitar or one like it. It's very few times in our life when we get the chance to own something that is truly this spectacular, with this much care and craftsmanship put into it, that will bring us such enrichment. And like some other things, I think that's worth its weight in gold. So we're going to give a listen to this guitar. And if you have any comments, I'd like you to put them on the bottom of this video. If you'd like to talk to us about this guitar, give us a call, send us an email, or come into the shop and visit with us. You can find me at our Babcock store location pretty much any day of the week here in San Antonio, Texas. So let's give a listen to this beautiful guitar.